Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wait, what? Whoa. Welcome to Metazoo be with you, America's only TCG podcast. Where did we have breakfast this morning, Louie?
I'm doing my best George impression because there's no mic stands.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I bought mic stands for this project, but they don't work.
There's a shock. You failed.
Yeah. So, whoa. I got to do like I'm trying to be George. We met.
You're too fat.
We had Wawa. Wawa.
We went to Wawa this morning.
For the fifth time.
I love Wawa.
Yeah, George loves Wawa.
I love
Confirmed.
Wawa.
That is not a farce.
What? It's like a gas station that serves it's a gas station that serves America's best food other than Buc-ee's.
Wow.
Do you have Buc-ee's by you?
Never heard of it.
Never.
Is this on?
Yeah, that's on.
Okay.
We'll share it here.
You never heard of Wawa? Never heard of Buc-ee's?
Never heard of Buc-ee's?
No, I'm from the U.S.
Ooh, shout out to Texas. Texas has just delisted Gary. So Buc-ee's, it's a gas station that has normally like 400 gas pumps.
Oh, okay.
And it has like brisket sandwiches and these like the cinnamon rolls the size of Louie's head.
Okay.
They're amazing.
Okay.
There's one an hour away from here. You got to go to Buc-ee's on the way out.
Right.
You got to go to Buc-ee's on the way out.
All right.
Look who walked in.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
no, he won't go on camera.
We are currently at the DeBrews booth, who has graciously allowed us to do our podcast here. We're going to be going in and out with a couple of different people throughout the course of the day and hanging out at Collecticon. What's been your guys' biggest takeaway so far from Collecticon?
Well, I'll tell you, I think it's the amazing crowds that Metazoo has had.
Oh.
I mean, we're...
Yeah.
We're down here at the Metazoo booth area. That's like half a block long, and it's been monstrous lines. And I think that's my biggest takeaway is that every single Collecticon, Metazoo grows and grows and grows like a bad fungus. You know, it's really something. So
yeah, I mean, we waited in line yesterday, even though we were VIPs.
Yeah,
VIP.
Right.
Even though we were VIPs, we waited an hour and a half in line yesterday for some stuff.
I think at some point Metazoo is going to be bigger than Collecticon, and it'll just be Collect a Metazoo.
At some point.
I think half the people, more than half the people, more than half the people in the con were waiting in line for Metazoo. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel bad for the rest of the vendors.
Yeah, like, did that ever? What was it like? You've been at Collecticon for 1 or 2 years now.
Yeah,
1 or 2 years now. So, like, what was it like before Metazoo?
Well, I'll tell you something. I actually got Metazoo involved with Collecticon.
Really?
Because I'm a little tiny owner of the convention.
Yeah.
And Metazoo, I fell in love with during the first Kickstarter, and now it's turned out to be the figure piece of Collecticon.
Oh yeah.
And it's not going to stop. Just wait till Dallas, with some things coming up there with Metazoo.
Yep.
And I mean, if nothing else, Metazoo could eat Collecticon and become Collecticon by itself. And
well, I mean, we talked about this yesterday. We think there were more people in line for Metazoo than there were everywhere else in the convention combined.
It looked like the line to get into the convention.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
It was nuts.
Now, you guys were in line how long?
We were in line for about an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah, but we got here at 8:30.
Yeah.
We were in the VIP line was an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's great. It shows the interest in the game. It'd be cool to have some stuff going on in the line. I think they did their best to entertain it. I know Ice Ice Baby was going on.
A dancing Gary.
Yeah, I was out there. Yeah, I actually went out there with my daughter and met people in the line waiting to general admission and that to get in and taking pictures just to entertain them because I know what it's like to stand in line, and that, so.
Do you know how many vendors are here?
550.
Wow.
I think was the last count. Yeah.
It is crazy. There's cards everywhere. If you are a TCG fanatic, this is the place to be. And I hear that this is the con to be for TCGs too. That MegaCon might be a little bit different in size, but that it's not as much TCGs. So
combine it with pop culture. I mean, this is the preeminent pop culture convention.
Yeah.
And this is 1 year old March.
Oh, really?
This started a year ago in Dallas in March, and there's been 3 last year in Dallas, and Houston. Now this one in Florida. and it's just going to go from there.
And there's a couple more that's coming up, right?
Yes, we have Dallas in May, and then we have Charlotte, North Carolina in June.
Let me ask you this, Gary. That's Worst Carolina. That's what everybody calls it.
What, isn't it the same place?
No, like one is like
it's
amazing.
It's all one state, isn't it?
No, like they wish. They wish.
Okay.
That's that North Carolina propaganda you've been fed. Like, when are you coming to Best Carolina?
Oh.
You know, we have a great convention center, nicer people, better food.
Well,
next year.
Well, you know, the best thing about Charlotte is that one of your guys, all of our friends, Rusty from TCA Gaming, Rusty Oakley, he'll be coming up for Charlotte. So
he would come down.
He lives in Hildebrand, North Carolina. So
tell him to move.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that?
Well, I mean, just to give you an idea, like we have a North and South Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I thought North and South Carolina was all one state. Yeah. So, I mean, what do I know?
You know, we have barbecue and good food and great people, and they have, Charlotte. You know, it's not the same.
Okay.
You know.
Well, I'm going to get a good taste of that.
Okay.
In May. So
good. I'm hoping to show up to the one in May in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours away from 3 hours away from my house. I think it'll be fun.
Always.
It's just been incredible to see people coming out and excited. And I think it's cool to see the range of the convention, right? Where you have, I think, all the different areas, and everyone across the country is able to go and celebrate the TCGs they love. And I think we've seen it on social media. People are already trading and trying to get collections and full sets of the Wilderness spoilers, and just people who are just really excited. It's great to have an area for people to gather with this hobby, who just love cardboard.
And also, a lot of people can't travel from East Coast to West Coast or West Coast to East Coast. So these locations were picked strategically. We're going all the way out to Long Beach, California, and near the end of the year, and up to Denver, Colorado, and Kansas City, Missouri. We're trying to spread it out all over because some people can't travel that far, or it takes up half their vacation just traveling. So not only are we doing, now we hope to get up there to Boston and New York. I know all of our friends up there say, when you guys coming up here?
Don't go too far north, Gary. The food gets worse. All right.
You talk a lot about food. Now what's this all about?
I love Wawa and I love Buc-ee's.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't get a body like this by hating food. I promise you.
Well, you're preaching to the choir there.
Yeah, we like food. That's all right. So let me ask you this: where can people learn more about Collecticon?
Well, at CollecticonUSA.com. That's going to show all the upcoming locations. That's all the upcoming locations will be on there, and guest stars. I will be. Are we still on
my microphone?
None of this has been recorded.
It's working. It worked fine until you touched it. It's crazy.
There's video evidence of that not being true. There's video evidence.
We'll just hold it like this.
Are you serious?
It's working fine. I can hear it popping up.
Hey, Argos, will you come fix our stuff?
Yeah, so CollecticonUSA.com.
Yeah, CollecticonUSA.com, and I will be at all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not doing much. At my age, I'm nearing 70 now. I will be going to all the Collecticons this year, plus Pokemon Worlds. If it's in London, I'll be there for that.
Oh, that's cool.
And so, but besides that, I'm doing nothing else anymore. It is a little tiring, and the older you get, the harder it gets. It really does. So, but I'm hoping, since we're going to be out on the West Coast, which is close to my home in Las Vegas, those places, that everyone's going to come out to these Collecticons, because we just have a blast. And it doesn't matter when the doors open at the con or when they close. I mean, we have a great time before and after in that, because like Louis is a morning person, like we know.
Yes.
And so before
I hate the morning. Hate it.
But
hate
then,
the morning.
and like the other night, we had our ice bar get together.
Yeah.
We saw each other at the ice bar.
I think it's just there's cards from all TCGs here. If you're a fan of TCGs, this is and you can get if you can get here within 3 hours. Even like I flew from West Virginia.
Uh-huh.
If you get here from 3 to 5 hours or take a flight, if you can afford to do that, it's definitely worth it to come to one of these just to hang out and talk to the people.
So let me ask you this last question here. What is your favorite memory of Collecticon so far?
Well, I was set up to do meet and meet.
What's
One of the few times I get to see my son is at these shows because he works with Metazoo, and so it's Devin, and I know everybody knows
That's
Devin.
awesome.
He's Metazoo Dev on Instagram. And
What's going on? What you guys doing?
Just doing a little podcast. It's awesome. You having fun?
Oh, I'm having a great time. Yeah, man. Everyone asks me like, what's it like to be around these kind of cards and this kind of condition, and I tell them like, dude, I get to hang out with my dad. I be chilling at these conventions with my dad. So yeah, everything's going great for me.
I'll pay you later. I'll pay you later.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you guys so much for sitting down with us and hanging out.
Appreciate it.
Well, I know you got to get back to work. All right. Okay. All right.
Great. Well, thank you.
Well, cool.
That was wonderful.
It was awesome, dude.
Appreciate it.
Oh, Corey, are you kidding?
Now we'll do
Anytime.
Argos.
And when I say anytime, I mean it with you guys.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. We'll have to do it. I will probably be at the one in Charlotte.
Oh, good. Not Dallas?
I don't think I'm going to Dallas.
Right.
My best friend from law school is in Dallas.
Uh-huh.
So I might go down and see her, but I'm doing a lot of traveling. I have not seen my bed. I have not seen my bed.
Right.
I've been in my bed 2 nights in the last 45 days.
Gotcha.
Too much.
Right.
Too much.
Yes.
That's all right. Where's this guy going? Oh,
I think he's going to go.
All right. I appreciate you guys. You were wonderful.
Oh,
Thank
of
you very much.
course. Of
And
course.
we'll see you. We'll see you in a second, I'm guessing.
Oh, yes. Oh, of course. Come on. That was great.
We should have gotten the microphone stands.
I hate you. I hate you. I have no clue. Using MacBook Pros is the worst decision.
Welcome to the whiniest podcast in America. I am going by the whiniest person in America, Louis DeGeorge.
MacBook Pros suck. Apple, you're dead to me. I'm going all PC.
Politically correct?
No. All right, we got Argos.
You got to wear your hat straight if you're going to be politically
Argos,
correct.
who says his name is Argos Anonymous, but his name is Adam. It's on Facebook. I figured it out. So
Docs.
I'm
so discreet on Facebook. How'd you find me?
I figured it out, and I
Whoa.
worked hard. I want everybody
Whoa.
He keeps posting Argos content.
Here, hold
He
on.
just keeps sharing every video.
That's great.
Yeah, I know.
We could really have mic stands. That's all I'm going to tell you guys.
I can't do it. Look, people, I can't do this podcast anymore. Somebody help me. I'm being held hostage.
It's from Gary. So, Argos, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I just living the dream. No,
That's because you're on the podcast. Of course you are.
So this is my hobby, cardboard collectibles, and I've been into it for a long time, since like '94, kind of the golden age of Magic. And I've been in and out of a lot of games that have come and gone, and then most recently it was Metazoo had like a Magic formula for me that kind of pulled my passion back into it. And at the time there was very few people making content, and I wanted to just kind of dive in and provide that for the fine people of Metazoo. And then it just took off, and I decided to kind of just do what I can with it. And now I'm here with you fine folks,
Look,
having a good time.
my favorite part about Argos is when last night we were hanging around we had some drinks last night, and his laugh is the same laugh. It's like when you watch your videos, you're like, oh man, like he's just like putting on a show. But that little like cute little fun laugh, it's just like the same guy. Yeah, it's the same guy. Like you're so. I'm always amazed when I meet people in real life that I watch on videos. I watch all your videos. At how genuine their content is, and it's just cool. I think, what are you doing? Yeah, George is the opposite. Listen, George was the opposite. George is 1,000,000% what I thought he was going to be, and it's worse. There's no off button. When I talk to George on the phone, it's amazing. I can hit the red button and he goes away, but there's no red button.
I want to congratulate you. You now win a prize. That is the 100th time you said that joke at this con. What do you win, Louis?
The allure.
The allure.
The fact that it burns your heart so much.
That's right.
So, dude, what do you think? What's your impressions from Metazoo at Collecticon? How you feeling about the zoo and the people here, and just what's your takeaway?
It's been good. So the last conference that I went to was Orlando MegaCon last year.
Yep.
It's a really interesting change from then to now. MegaCon was a big con. A lot of booths are there. And Metazoo had a booth at the con. And most people who walked by didn't know what it was. And so Ted had us standing out front when you didn't have fans, because there were moments when fans were swarming the booth, but mostly you were out there engaging people, handing out packs. People said, what is this? This is different. This is Metazoo's event that some other people got booths at. That's the feeling. With hundreds of people lined up, it's a totally different feel. It's come a really long way. And you know, when I walk around, I see the people that are here. You've got people wearing Metazoo hats, people with squonk pins. It's predominantly fans, and the people that are getting signatures, you ask them what they're signing, and it's just random stuff that they like. It's not like I have 10 PSA 10 Mothmans, I want to get them all signed and flip them. It's like I've got a Cactus Cat.
Right.
You're like, why are you having that sign? Like, I just love this card.
Is the Cactus Cat your fault? Is that your is that?
I've been asked not to talk about the Cactus Cat. I'm sorry.
I love it.
It's a non-disclosure.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
But I totally agree. Like, this is, I honestly think that Metazoo is outgrowing Collecticon. You know, like,
No question. I mean, it's huge. Well, I mean, like, we went to dinner last at MegaCon.
We're already lining up.
Yeah.
It's not even open.
It's not even open yet.
Yeah.
So I had dinner with a bunch of the artists at MegaCon, and I remember, like, I told everybody at the table, like, it will never be like this again.
Yeah.
Like, this is the last time you will ever, like, this, like, I told them, like, you know, we will, when you go out in public from now on, people will know who you are.
Oh, you talked to Mike?
Yeah, and, like, people know who you are, and, like, that will be a thing. I mean, that will follow you for better or worse. And it was very funny. We had dinner again last night with a couple of people that work for Metazoo.
A couple, like,
Mike, and like we had dinner with Mike, and we went to have drinks with the Metazoo crew. We're like, listen, I was right. Everybody at this con knew who they were, and they, oh my God, Poncho, Isaac, can I have your autograph? And oh my God, you did this piece, I love this piece. It's just like, it's amazing to think that MegaCon was like 7 months ago, and like you could give each one of the artists 40 cards. And they'd sign it and be thrilled to do so.
Yeah.
Now you're like, listen, man, I got 500 people behind you. I got to sign it and run, baby. I got to move the line.
And yet, the whole crew is here all day.
Everybody's here all day signing.
Just signing stuff.
Yep.
You know what they said today? I was like, are you guys ready for today? And they just said, yeah. Let's do it. They're working hard. It's cool to see it, and it reaches out to the community. Fans love it. It's awesome.
Yeah. And you've got I think a 60-person tournament going on right now too.
Yeah.
And it's awesome to see the people in line who are also like getting ready for their next event in the tournament, and they're trying to get through the line to get to the tournament. It's just like this hodgepodge of like people who are excited about all the facets of. I hung out with Peaceful a little bit in line the other day, and he was talking about how excited he was to try to figure out a very water heavy meta for sure, but try to figure that out, and he placed top 8, and he was just so excited about it. And
he was doing real well. Yeah, he was 3-0, I think.
Caster Society kind of over there. I don't know if you can see it, but Caster Society too. And there's just the amount of excitement for the entire hobby. It just oozes from this side of the convention.
And you mean by that, you mean like the playing aspect, the collecting aspect, the peripheral aspect, like plushies, and the shirts. You're right. It's the whole package, and there's a lot of people that just love all of it.
Yeah, and there's some people who are just here for but there's a group of people who are here to win that tournament, and that's not me. Let's be clear. That's not me. I'm not here to win a tournament. But like,
George is here to win.
It's awesome to see.
I'm a professional Metazoo player.
He's gonna play Drippy Bravo.
Drippy Bravo, top 8. What's up, water? Wait. We forgot the best part. There's a Drippy Pikachu. Wait, did you see the Pikachu up front?
Like the 30-foot Pika?
Yeah, and he has the gold chain.
It's chonky. What?
He has a gold chain. He does. It's a Drippy Pikachu.
George loves Drippy Pikachu. Every time we walk in, he says, my favorite part of this entire convention is Drippy Pikachu.
Nothing else is close. Nothing else is close.
100%.
That was a management decision. Like, someone decided to do that, and that person deserves, I think, a prize of some kind.
Somebody was all, that Pika needs some drip.
Oh man. It's just cool to see. I think it's incredible.
Wow.
That's how you transition.
Wow.
That was a professional.
What a terrible transition.
You know, I was surprised at the number of different teams that showed up. Like, I knew about Caster Society because I talked to them before.
Yeah.
But now you have what? You have the Obnoxious Nine is another team.
Yep.
There's some other team. There's a team from Chicago. They all have a booth. They all have a sponsor. You know, and LGS has sent them. That wasn't there a few months ago.
Yeah. And like to see that happen while people are saying that nobody plays the game, it's because people only see this side of it, the people waiting in line.
And the eBay sales.
And the eBay sales. And like, I hate that. And that's what I talk about. And I get people are like, why are you always pushing that people are playing Metazoo? It's because people are passionate about it.
Yeah.
They're passionate about it. And maybe that's not everybody. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people who are into Metazoo for the collection aspect, which is not a bad thing.
Which is fine.
Yeah, but there are people whose passion for Metazoo is playing the game. And that is not my passion for any game. But for them, that's their passion. George, you are terrible you don't even know how to read. That was mean. Being mean to George in person is not as fun as being mean to George.
I have no problem being mean to Louis in person or over the film. Let the record reflect that. I have no problem with either. I mean, like, listen, I think, like, you know, they had more than 60 people play in the tournament yesterday. I think they're expecting another 50 to 60 different players today. Today's top 8 for yesterday's tournament.
And today's that Terra event.
Today's the Terra event, and they got some bad luck. Right, it was another two of the 4 fourth wall effects are water today, which is just bad luck. It's a wheel. Shout out to Logan from the Obnoxious Nine, a friend from a past life. Top 8. He was a carny with me. Now he's like one of, like, I think a top 3 rated Metazoo player.
That's awesome.
I carry him too now that I think about it.
Yeah, this event will show up in the Metazoo Play Network, I think, right? They're logging everything.
Yeah, they're logging everything. They're logging everything.
I love that you can do that now, get those rankings going. And in order to participate in that $250,000 tournament in Dallas-Fort Worth, the only requirement is what? That you've played essentially in a tracked event in the Play Network, yeah.
I think there should be a special slot for me at number 1 that, like, can't move, though. How do I get that to happen, you think?
I think you just...
That's fine. Now we're talking. Wait a minute, is that true?
You got to fund the $1 million purse.
Wait. Yeah. Can I buy my way into this Pro Tour as well?
You should just host your own tournament, and at the end of it, just announce yourself the winner and stand there and thank you.
Yes. Have you seen Logan? Logan is jacked. He would destroy me. He can bench press a house.
Jeez.
That's not what I want to. That's not who I want to make angry. I can make you angry. You ain't gonna do nothing.
That's funny. I love that they have a Terra runner who's gonna run outside and check the weather, and then come back in and let people know, like, if it's raining, it'll change the active events.
And like, what I hate is that people get all upset about that. Like that is how you make it. That's how you make something unique and fun and creative and different. And man, like, I think it's super. I think that tournaments like that are what bring in new players who aren't super competitive, but will still go to a competitive tournament to have fun and to engage in the hobby. And this is where I say, like, the front door for Metazoo is huge. Like, the front door, the access to being involved in Metazoo is a massive, massive thing. And I think that says something about the IP and the brand.
Yeah, absolutely. It is fun. And if you want to play a dry event, that's what they're loosely calling it, a dry format. Yeah. Where you don't have Terra, where it's not crazy, where you know what to expect, you can do that, and you'll have that option. Yeah. But if you want to, like, sideboard for the weather report, you can do that too.
I love that. You're like checking your phone.
Yeah,
like,
you better check.
The night before, you're like, what's a
40% chance of rain? I should probably sideboard in some raining.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's awesome. So.
All right, let's take bets here. When do we see the first drippy Metazoo character?
Drippy, you are obsessed with this.
I love it.
You're obsessed with it.
I mean,
I want the change.
I mean, we got DeBruce shirts already.
We're like 4 inches from drippy Metazoo.
Yeah,
almost.
like, we got all the DeBruce shirts we need.
Yeah.
Like, we're good. We got it.
We got it.
I don't know. I don't see Drippy being involved in the characters. Maybe like Sam Sinclair. Like a Sam Sinclair DeBruce.
Baby.
Yeah.
An iced Sam.
Yeah.
Hey, did you wait in line?
The Metazoo staff is waiting in line.
Did anyone get Vanilla Ice to sign an Eternal Snow?
George didn't even, after all that talk, no.
Mike Argos,
After
wait a
all
minute.
that talk,
You're about to
George
hear lies.
didn't even stay for Vanilla Ice.
I said, Louis was like, we gotta go do stuff. I gotta go film content. I gotta go film box openings. I said, Louis, I really want to stay for Vanilla Ice.
Stop it.
It's the whole reason I'm here. Ice, baby. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum.
You done?
No. I'll wait for you to start talking. Bum. Bum, bum.
All right, I'm done.
Good. Nailed it. Victory.
The audience knows. They know.
You're right, they know.
Argos, anything else? What
was your favorite memory at the Collecticon? That's how we're ending every interview.
Sorry. We didn't talk about this beforehand.
You could raid. We should be more in sync, I feel.
Nah.
Next year, NSYNC will play this, by the way.
NSYNC will play?
Yeah. I wanted that. Is that the Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
All right, Argos.
I hope they just have some Backstreet Boy members, some NSYNC members. It's just like everybody. Yeah. All their hits. The remix boy bands.
What is my favorite part?
They're no longer fighting. They're staying. They're no longer fighting. They're fighting to stay alive.
Fighting to stay alive. Oh God. Times are tough for boy bands.
That was a good one.
Save us. Yeah. George told me I couldn't be a stand-up comedian, but I have made him laugh. My goal was to make him laugh so hard that his lungs explode.
I still have pneumonia.
All right, sorry, Argos.
That's okay. No, it's always the people, and just finding out why they're here, and what they're most passionate about. So what I do is I just walk against the flow of the lines, in and out, kind of all day, and I just wait for a Hey Argos or some opening or people looking at cards, and I just walk up and I'm like, oh, what is, even if I know what the line's for, I'm like, hey, what's the line for? And then I just wait for them to talk about it, and you look for the excitement, and then you find out where they're from, and you find out why they love it. Because I believe that although there is negativity out there, based on the trajectory and the interaction with content and the growth rate, the vast majority of people are loving this. And so when I'm here, I love the details. I love meeting the people, putting the face to the name on Discord, the face to the name on YouTube. That's it for me. And then everything else is just candy. It's just topping. It's the community and the people for sure.
That's awesome. What do you have a favorite wilderness card yet from the spoiler packs that have come out?
I mean, I got that Dragon of Akanto Falls.
It'd be great. Thank you.
But do I have a favorite? I don't know. I want to see more of them. But I love the art. There's a lot of good art.
Yeah. There's a couple really cool, I would call them, I don't know if they're actually called, but jewels, where it looks like somebody found something in the wilderness. I think those are really cool. Oh, yeah. I think they're probably artifacts or artifacts.
One of those. Oh, I like sparkly rocks.
And I like the dragons. I know Robbie, if Robbie's watching this, he'll be all in on wilderness because of dragons.
Yeah, dragons and sparkle rocks.
Yeah.
Done. That's a success. There's the Iowa dragon, the Akanto Falls dragon, Cumberland dragon. They got quite a few.
Yeah,
man. It's going to be good.
Well, dude, thank you. Go ahead. Where can everybody find your channel? Plug your channel. Argos Anonymous. You probably already know Argos if you're here.
Yeah. Argos Anonymous YouTube channel.
I tell George.
That was a yeah. Do you know who I am, Argos? I love it, Argos.
Look, I tell George all the time.
This is George. No. He shows up to podcasts sometimes. No,
I tell people all the time, Argos, you'll have more subscribers by the end of the year because of the amount of the Metazoo growth that's happening.
Hopefully at the end of this week, I'll be honest, Argos. If so, can we do a podcast together?
George is ready to quit my channel as soon as you have more subscribers.
Yeah. We can call it May the Zoo Be With You.
Yes.
No, call it The Zoo Is With You.
The Zoo is with you.
Yeah. It's no longer a question.
Yeah.
It's a success.
I'm in Argos.
Yeah, ArgosAnon.com.
All right.
Awesome.
And Argos Anonymous YouTube channel.
Yeah. You will not be disappointed. Watch you every day, buddy.
Google Argos, that's me.
Perfect.
Or a shipping company in the United Kingdom. Forget those guys.
Screw those guys.
Yeah.
Ship your stuff in America.
Thanks, guys.
This is such a patriotic podcast today. Yeah. This is we need an American flag behind us, I feel.
That was a item in the tournament.
Yeah.
The American flag for Barbecue Sam.
It was fourth wall.
This is the most patriotic game ever.
All right, we got the Andrews.
George is out.
George is out. The podcast is now better. Introduce yourselves.
My name is Andrew. I go by S9 on the Discord server. Most people know me.
My name is Andrew. I go by S Slayer in the Discord server. Lots of people know me.
We're a pretty big deal.
What are you guys' biggest takeaways from our experience here outside of the internet worlds and in the real life with the Zoo?
You mean besides the lines?
The lines would be fine.
Actually, it's actually kind of a great system. What you do is, if you're ordering something or if you're getting artist signatures, you're in a line, and if they're kind of like doing like giveaways and stuff, it goes really fast.
My favorite part of the lines is that they go past all the other booths. So like you're just like standing there like looking at everybody else's booth. It works perfectly for the other booths.
They set this up so that like it's like Metazoo is the con right now today.
Yeah.
Like it's like the biggest thing at the con, and then everyone else is just like hanging out.
Yeah.
It feels like it's like Metazoo convention and not a collectible convention. And there's other collectibles here, right?
Yeah, 100%.
My
favorite part is the other TCGs that are around that have Metazoo at their table.
It's way more than last year. Like we were here like last August. You and I were here. Yep. And you saw a sprinkling of like Metazoo. You saw one or two boxes here or there. Some people wanted the cards. Most people were uninterested. And people walked by the zoo, or they would walk by the booth like, "What's a Metacoo?" You know. And this year it's like. It's crazy.
But like I saw the some of the other game creators in the Metazoo line.
Yeah.
I was like the other game creators are in the Metazoo line.
I know. It's my favorite part. Like I have seen 4 designers of other games line up to buy Metazoo merch.
It's wild.
It's the best. It's just funny to see that. But yeah, the lines, like when you're interacting with the other, like it actually works out well for the other vendors because like you're stuck in line, like talking to them. But other stuff, other highlights.
Oh, it's crazy vintage Pokemon. I mean, I know it's not Metazoo, but I mean, there's some wild stuff here. We're seeing so many familiar faces that we see on YouTube all the time. It's just wild. I mean, people walk past and you're like, oh, that's D Bruce. Oh, it's absolutely wild.
Yeah, it's super cool. So
George is back. He wants in.
Yeah, no, it's just been great to see, and it's been great to hang out with everybody. I think the best part is the friends we made along the way, and like
agreed.
There's great cards, but like hanging out. I think like opening packs with you guys yesterday around the
so much
table
fun.
was just fun.
Such a blast.
Open up, boy, crazy.
All types of packs.
The best TCG ever made.
Crazy hits. All types of packs.
Yeah. So.
We didn't find a Jason Colorado.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have fun. Go get all the stuff, all the Metazoo and Pokemon, and that's really. I mean, it's Metazoo and Pokemon.
It is.
I think we saw three boxes of Flesh and Blood.
A couple.
Then you got the other new TCG tables. But yeah, it's pretty good. So.
See you around.
All right. See y'all.
Yes. Come on, do your work.
Whoa! Welcome to the GOAT. Mike is in the house. Hey, how's it going?
Mike just autographed the GOAT. George had him autograph the GOAT on the yeah, beautiful.
He signed it, GOAT 101.
Mike, I'm not sure why you hire artists. This is beautiful.
I got to support the community in ways, that elevates up and coming artists rather than established ones like myself.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, dude. Congratulations. I mean, you have a million people waiting in line. I don't know. What's a more realistic number? 15,000 people? I have no clue.
There are 3 lines for Metazoo right now. Each is over an hour long, and they have been open for 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of like they need that ride thing from Disney World or whatever where it says like 35-minute wait.
Yeah.
Broadcasting, flashing.
I'll be honest, that's what Gary was doing earlier today. He was like, all right, 20 more minutes, y'all. It'll be fine.
It's crazy. I mean, we've come so far. The first Collecticon that we went to, the first convention that we went to was June, and we couldn't hand out packs.
Right.
People didn't want them, and now, people are flying from all over the world just to meet the artists, get a little bit of that fun, that magic, and they're wearing Metazoo merch, and they're loving it.
You've got walking advertisements for something that you created all around Orlando this weekend.
Yeah.
We were at Fire and Ice, the ice bar, and there were 35 to 40 Metazoo shirts. There's a bachelorette party going on. There's like a bachelorette party going on over here, and then like 35 to 40 Metazoo shirts hanging out. And it was just cool to see something that we've had you on the podcast before, the interview of in the beginning when you were talking about your vision, your excitement, and your verticals and all this stuff. What's it like to not that you're anywhere close to where you want to be in the future yet? Yeah. But like, what's it like to start seeing some of those verticals fleshed out in the world of the card games, and what's that like for you?
I wish I could stand back and enjoy it a little bit more, but for me, it's like, all right, this is working, this is not working. What more do I need to do to continue to elevate this, to keep the hype up? Because I'm not where I want us to be. I'm very happy with our progress, but there's a lot more work to do.
And I think that, to me, that's what excites me about Metazoo so much, is like, I think any of the other card games, I was talking about this earlier with somebody we just had on, that people who are selling their game here, I don't want to say any other names, but they're waiting in your line. Excuse me, I can't see the go. They're waiting in your line to get Metazoo product. And I think when you're online,
let's not make them aware of the bad implications of that. Let them continue doing it.
This is the difference to me. This is the online, on Discord, on the internet. You don't realize the separation between your game and the other. I wouldn't even call you an up and coming. Your game and the up and coming games. The separation gap is massive. Speak to that a little bit about how do you feel like you're positioned in the TCG industry as a result of something like this?
So we're in this interesting position where clearly we're not just starting out, right? But we're nowhere near where I want us to be, which is like where Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, and Pokemon are, right? So we're in this middle stage where it's interesting because what do you do at that stage? How do you reach that new level? What do you do to prevent from falling off? But in terms of the other Kickstarter games, I think that we've proven out that we are in a separate category now.
Oh yeah.
And so if you look at how our culture is developing, how the markets are developing, how the products are developing, the organized play is developing, you can't draw parallels between us and these other guys anymore, right? In the same way that you can't say that we're like Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon or Magic just yet. So we are an entity of our own, which is like I said, a weird classification to be in, because what do we do?
Right. Well, Metazoo rose more money for playing cards than a lot of those other card games rose
for their entire product line.
Yeah, for their entire product line.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the playing cards. How do you feel about the close? How do you feel about the project? I know that was a big weekend for you, closing at a hair under 2 million?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
I wish we'd gotten 2 million. But people were like, hey Mike, if you want to get 2 million, you got to sell the promo boxes, the TCG promo boxes, and we easily would have gone past 2 million then. But at that point, it was like the promo boxes were meant for tiers, right? And I didn't want to. Not everything has to be printed into the ground. I like the fact that there are going to be only a few thousand of these boxes out there for the people who participated in the Kickstarter, and I think that's cool. Like, we're not going to be selling them on the marketplace. So the Kickstarter was special because it was a Kickstarter. It wasn't a launch of an entirely new product or company, and so it's going to live on its own. And I think people know that, and they're aware of the fact that it's just one of our many verticals, and that's the message that I wanted to send. It's like, these are playing cards, and that's pretty cool. And we raised around $2 million. Imagine what we could do. Imagine if we launched Yokai Island base set on Kickstarter. I cannot even imagine what it would raise. Right? So just the message is nuanced, but I think it's pretty clear at a glance, like what I was trying to send out.
Yeah. Well,
okay. So this is obviously a huge success for Metazoo. What has been your favorite part of Collecticon so far?
Sorry, can you ask that again? Like, I got a whiff of a really bad smell, and so my face when you were asking that was like this.
So this has been a big success for Metazoo, obviously.
Yeah.
what has been your favorite part of Collecticon so far?
I love meeting people who I know in the community, via Discord or even like Reddit.
Podcasters.
Well, not so much that, but no. And just seeing them and get to know them. And I met Argos. I met you for the first time. And True Nerd. All these people who are important to the community are helping it grow. And it's just fun to actually shake hands with them, grab a beer with them. And some of them are a lot taller than I expected. Some of them are a lot shorter than I expected. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, no. So
I usually get the opposite. That I look short in my videos.
That's actually true. No.
Yeah. He's like, what, 5'8", something like that? So
yeah, wow. That's right.
I'm kidding.
God, he is so sensitive, Mike. I'll say this. The thing I learned most from Collecticon, Louis cannot do mornings. He is like...
I'm a morning person.
Me too.
I wake up usually between 5 and 6.
That's when I wake up.
Yeah.
And like, Louis would be asleep at noon.
No. I get up at 9 o'clock. But I work till 3:30. I work all night.
People function differently,
I can get a hell of a lot more work done from the hours of 1 to 3:30 a.m. than I can in the morning.
I'm the opposite. So for me, it's like once it hits 7 p.m., my brain just goes. You guys saw this last night. It's just like, whoo.
I think it's the kids. Like the kids, man. Like I can't get anything done during the day because of kids. So I have to work at night.
All right.
Well, I have a question because this is my podcast.
You guys, there's no rush. You can ask me as many questions as you like.
You are bigger than Collecticon. Like this is MetaZooCon at some point. How do you anticipate these verticals fleshing out as you become the head show? What are some things that you'd like to see added to something like this in order, what are some things that you hope to accomplish this year, next year to add to this to increase? Because it seems like it's, from the outside perspective, not involved in the company.
Yeah.
It seems like we're there, right? But I know this isn't enough for you. So what are some things that you don't have to spill the beans, but what are some things that you think are like adding on to this to make it increased experience?
I would love to add OP. I think it's the perfect platform to have our organized play. So like in May, we're going to have our $250,000 tournament here. And it's going to be chaotic, and there's going to be crowds and stuff like that, but it's going to be fun, and that's the point.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I want to do is double dip and try and have a convention separate from all this hype and all this fun, and hope that it takes off. And there's no need, right? So Collecticon, they're great partners. Whatnot, great partners. Stashlu, great partners. And we're going to kill it in the OP here as well.
That's awesome. I love that. And you've got a tournament going on, but you're saying bringing it bigger and into the actual and the huge prize purse like that.
Exactly, yeah. And Collecticon loves the idea, so we're gonna crush it.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it. You had one.
So the tournament going on today, there was about 60-ish people yesterday, they said, and about 60-ish more people today, different players, they think. When you look forward to the organized play, how do you want to see those future tournaments go?
So, obviously, we want more people involved in organized play. So that's you have cash prizes. You're going to attract players. But I also like the idea of it just being fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, if you play, no matter where you place, you get prizes. You get to experience the community. I don't want it to be this serious thing where, even though there's money on the line, people can love the game but feel alienated from the culture. And the playing culture can be entirely different from the collecting culture. And so you have to do it properly, and so I'm very cognizant of that. And so how do you have a lot of money on the line while keeping things fun? We'll see how it goes, but I think we're clever, and we'll figure it out.
And for those who don't know, the tournament yesterday was no fourth wall effects, and the tournament today is random fourth wall effects.
Yeah, we have 7 Terra that are being selected.
Right.
And Terra trigger fourth wall effects.
Right.
And so people are excited and kind of scared about what it's going to be like, but
yeah.
That's the fun of it.
That's the point of Metazoo. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah. It's a game.
Give me that. Hot take.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Hot take.
Oh Lord.
And this is people aren't gonna like this.
Shocking.
The competitive TCG scene needs more fun.
No.
It
Less fun.
needs more fun. The front door for competitive TCG scene is too freaking small.
Yeah.
And I love that your drive is to make the gameplay fun and exciting, and also do the prize pools. And people get all weird about that. I don't want to go play a competitive TCG because it's not fun. And like I rather hang out in line and talk to people and have fun. But if there was something over there that was fun and competitive and also just fun,
It can be all those things.
it can be, and I think people just miss that. And to me, that there's a million things about Metazoo that are unique and special, but like to me, that drive of fun first, competitive also is what makes me excited for the future of Metazoo.
And honestly, that's what we've been trying to do. People try to. They ask this question, and it's an odd question for me because I don't understand the premise, the logic of the premise, right? Which is, they say, how could you have, like, you didn't build Metazoo to be playable because it's focused on collectability, and it's like, why are those things mutually exclusive?
Right.
You can, if you're clever enough, do both. You can cater to both crowds, and so the OP is going to be the same way. It's people are like, yeah, but will it be fun if there's cash associated with it? And it's like, why is the initial thought that because there's money involved and that it's competitive that it can't be fun? Like, what's happened to the world of competitive play that's the case?
I was watching an old Magic the Gathering commercial from the 90s, and it was like on a beach. They're playing sleeveless. Their decks are all sleeveless. It was like on a beach with like girls in bikinis behind them. It was like a Magic the Gathering commercial, and I was like, "What happened?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell happened to the TCG world? That like we were on ESPN, and we like the TCGs were on ESPN, and they were the front of the line, and then like all of a sudden now it's like a convention hall with a convention hall with stagnant lighting that's like not fun.
It's because it doesn't generate money, right? But my belief is that it could pay off, it probably will pay off in dividends, in that if it's fun, people are going to love the game and they're going to fall in love with it in that way, and you're going to create fans forever. Some games that are older don't necessarily have to worry about that,
Right.
because they already have it, or they're literally making billions of dollars, and that's not their priority, and that's also fine. But it is tragic to see, I think.
I totally agree.
Yeah. So looking forward, Collecticon next year.
Yeah.
Where do you want to see? What do you want to see? What is going to be different about Metazoo a year from today?
So, again, the fun thing about this is June of last year was our first Collecticon. We couldn't hand out the packs. Now we have this going on. Will the growth be continue to be as explosive? I hope so.
Yeah.
I would like to 10x our player base this year. That's my baseline requirement for myself. I would like next year Collecticon to be big enough that Collecticon itself has to change its approach to organizing these things. Where
I think you're there.
Well, I want to break the system, basically, right? And we already did this at Comic-Con in New York in October, where they were like, we have to update our security, essentially, in the way that we do it, because people were breaking in to get to your booth. And obviously that's tragic, and you don't want to hear that, but also you want to hear that.
Right. Well, Metazoo fans in particular, listen, we cover a lot of TCGs, like there's a special passion about a Metazoo fan.
Yeah.
They want everything.
Yeah.
I only wear Hawaiian shirts. This is my 14th Metazoo shirt. I have worn one of them. I have the collection. Like, there's just something special about it.
Wilderness is kind of out. You got spoiler packs everywhere.
Yeah.
What are you? Two things. What are you most excited for about Wilderness, and what's the for you, the chase card, the fun card, the card that you think is going to be? I know you can't do this. What's Mike's favorite card?
And why is it the unicorn? Continue.
So, the unicorn is a great example. Wilderness is after nightfall. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air. It's supposed to be fun, lighthearted. Obviously, cryptids are still dark by their nature, but it's fun. There are cryptid species that are cute. I really like Cumberland Dragon. I like Bigfoot. I like the dragons in the set. I'm a dragon kind of guy. And there are a lot of dragons in Wilderness. So, it's cute mixed with awesome dragon stuff.
My wife loved the Wilderness art so far. It's adorable.
Yeah.
She loved it. Loves it.
I love dragons. And what's TCG fans love dragons, and I love that you didn't have many dragons in your first couple sets, and this is a set I think that TCG fans are gonna just be excited for. And the playtesting I know has been, well, I guess right now they're playtesting for UFO, right?
Yeah.
But the playtesting previous season was intense, and I think they've really taken your function of the game and exploited it a little bit and expanded it into a lot of different elements, and I think it's going to be really cool to see how it evolves.
Yeah.
And with you pushing the whole thing, it's just really exciting to see what's going on. So.
I know that you're excited about UFO.
Very excited for you.
You're just gonna have to buckle down for the next 2 or 3 months with Wilderness.
I want to see unicorns in space and a Mothman with a spacesuit on.
Hey, you know what? 20 years from now, we might have to pull that and be like, all right, dust off the unicorn, put a space helmet on him.
Yeah, I love it.
But for now, we can continue to be creative and hopefully not beat to death things like Mothman in every set and save them for special things.
Listen, my only expectation for UFO, the only one I have,
Space Mothman?
No, is that we have an opportunity to play Metazoo on the moon. That Collecticon next year. That's the only.
All right, done. Easy.
Next year we are in space playing UFO cards. That doesn't happen to Mount.
Call Elon.
Yeah, I think that's an easy ask.
Look, I don't ask for much, Mike.
Before that though, I think we're gonna get our logistics set up properly so that things are sent on time. But then we'll work on the space race kind of thing.
I'll tell you what, I'm okay with a delay in the boxes if it means that I'm opening it on the moon.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll hold back your boxes then.
Mike, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
I know you got a million things going on. Congratulations on just the amount of congratulations on the fun that you're getting to have in this.
Absolutely.
And dude, seriously, take a breath and enjoy it. And sometime today, just shut it down. Shut down the CEO brain for 5 minutes. I know you can't do it, but shut down the CEO brain for 5 minutes and you've created an amazing community here. And that's the takeaway for me is the people who are excited about your game is amazing. So congratulations for that.
That's what we're here for. So I thank you guys for having me and thank you for having me on your podcast.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for support. And Mitch, I guess we'll just.
You're the new Mitch.
You can put him.
A little hovering over us.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So hey,
a lot
Mitch,
of editing.
How's it going, Mitch? How's it going? Yeah, I'm petting Mitch right now.
Yes. You got to edit that in.
Hey, Mike, may the zoo be with you.
May the zoo, and also with you. There you go. I got it. Almost on the first try.
Thanks, Mike. I break you, bud. Good luck. All right.
Yeah.
If I don't see you, have a safe trip home. Okay.
Okay.
No, thanks, Mike.
See you.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Mike. Well, that was it. The interview with the GOAT.
All right. I don't want to talk to you anymore. There's no hang up button. It's just
wow. It was funny the 100th time. It's even funnier the second time on the podcast. That's good, Louis.
Listen.
This is why you can't be a stand-up comedian. You say the same joke. This is the problem.
That's funny. People like that.
That's true.
Yeah, people
That's
like
true.
that.
That's
people
true.
Like this has been great. It's been fun to hang out.
I've enjoyed seeing most people.
The people we met along the way have just been have been fun. So, all right.
I'll say this. Has it been a good what's been your favorite part of the con, other than hanging out with me?
I think just the people, man. It's just been fun to get to know the Andrews. We have
18 Andrews.
There's
18
I think
Andrews.
there's 7 people on the trip, and I think 8 of their names are Andrew.
There's too many.
Yeah.
We gotta get them, some of them to change their name, I think.
Yeah, it's been great to hang out and chat with everybody, and I guess it was fun meeting you. The worst part of the trip, by far, has been driving in your car.
That thing's amazing. It's a spaceship.
George is way too obsessed with his cameras.
I gotta figure them out.
Parking with George takes as long as
Right.
getting to the location.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you all. That's a fair critique. That's a fair critique. You have this bird's eye view of the car thing.
He's obsessed with it.
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
It's like a movie. All right.
It's better than most movies.
This has been great. We're done. I'm tired. It's too early. It's too early in the morning. I got up at 7 a.m. to do this.
It is almost 11 o'clock.
Yeah. I'm done. I'm done making content for the day. This has been great. May the zoo be with you, sir.
And also with me. You didn't even do the be kind. You didn't even do like the be kind. You didn't even do the be kind.
Be kind to the people around you.
And may the zoo be with you.
And may the zoo be with you.
And also with the goat.
My flight tomorrow leaves at...
You are going to be a wreck tomorrow.
My flight leaves at 6:15 a.m.
I don't know why you booked your hotel tonight.
Because I got to get home in time to parent my kids so my wife can go to work.
Your kids tomorrow.
Do not call me tomorrow.
I'm calling you the second you land. I might call your wife just to have her put me on speakerphone because I know you won't pick up.
Man. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. If you're still here, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, why are you watching this?
You're
Why are
still
you
here.
You already saw the goat interview. Why are you still watching this?
Go find something better to do with your day. Thanks for being here. Let George know how he did in the comments section.
Killed
May
it.
the zoo be with you.
Killed
Have
it.
a good day and be kind to the people around you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
That was good.